What's up, guys? This is rinoranchero with a brand new Hunger Games gameplay commentary for you all. This time I'm going to be playing with the Turtle Kit, which is all about holding shift. When you hold shift with the Turtle Kit, you take minimal damage. Fall damage is max 1 heart, and sword damage is max of only a half of a heart, so it can be very useful in a lot of situations. So let's start off right here. This guy is killing another guy, so I come in from behind and kill him, and then another guy runs in out of nowhere, and I just start hitting him and get him. I've only used one soup, and there's 2 Demo Man traps right there I want to watch out for. I dig down into a hole, and then there's this guy here who's a Viper, and as I'm fighting him down the side of this hill, a spy comes in. I kill the Viper. I don't hold shift right there, so I take around 3 hearts falling damage, but I still kill the spy. And then there's this guy in this cave right here that's not paying attention, so that's 5 quick kills, and now we have another guy who I kill. And I'm just killing everyone left and right. I dig down here and kill that guy in a Steve skin, and then I fight the guy who was fighting him, but as you can see in the very beginning, I'm holding shift, so I can't do damage to people when I'm holding shift. And you'll see that a lot in this video that I continue to forget, because I'm not used to playing this kit, but it's a thing you have to remember. So, I have 6 iron ore now, and I decide to make an iron sword because early on, not a lot of people are going to have those iron swords, and it's really going to help me a lot. So I go ahead and smelt the iron, and I watch this Viper get a kill on the surface, so while he's eating, I come in with my iron sword. It only takes 1 more shot there, and I get him. So I'm organizing my inventory as I go, and I go over to these 2 people who are towering, and as a turtle I can tower without any problems. One of them's a Frosty, and they knock me off, but holding shift I take 1 heart. This guy comes at me, but he dies in just 1 shot, who is a Demo Man, and then a Frosty jumps down on me like they're a stomper, and I get them right there. So that's 11 kills pretty quickly early on. Now, I dig down to this next guy named Nicholas, and I'm digging down and I find some iron ore right there, so I gather it as I'm going down, and when I get down to him, you'll notice that I'm holding shift, so he's just hitting me, but when I realize what I'm doing, I let go of shift and I finish him off. And look at how much iron this guy had. 42 iron. I have no idea how he could have gotten it that fast. Maybe he was X-raying. He probably was, because he wasn't in a ravine. But it's fine for me. I get to reap the benefits of that. And so now I set up 8 furnaces, and I'm just smelting it all. I have more than enough for full iron, and we're not even 11 minutes into the game. So this is an amazing start for me, and I'm really feeling good about this game at this point. So I'm going through all my furnaces. You always want to make a lot of furnaces so you can get it done quick and just keep moving. So now I have 2 buckets, an iron pick, full iron, 2 swords. I am all set. So I get my inventory organized as always. You always want to make sure that you're good on that department. And now I am just following my compass to kill as many people as possible. I see a nameplate down here, so I dig down, and you'll see I make the mistake of holding shift in the beginning, so I can't hit him. But once I remember, it only takes a few shots. I think that guy was just AFK anyway. So I tower back out, and I continue my hunt. And as I'm going, I see a guy in a ravine over here, so I hold shift to take 1 heart of damage. I start hitting this guy here, who I think is his teammate, but he's just glitched out. But then the Thor jumps down off his tower, and I'm fighting him here. A creeper explodes behind me, but I just hold shift to take a half a heart of damage, and I finish him off right there. He only had a chest plate. So I go through, and I see he has some steak. I always want to collect food from people so I don't have to waste my stew. I tower out of this ravine, and I continue my hunt. Going across the tundra, I see 2 nameplates, and I dig right down to them. And I believe this time I don't remember, or I do remember to not hold shift so I can just fight them. The first guy is just starting to cultivate, and we're 17 minutes into the game. The other guy's not even paying attention. I don't know why you'd wait that long to start cultivating, but I only get 4 pieces of bread off the kill of the team. So right as I tower out, I have to fight this Viper named Factory LP. And we're fighting back and forth, and they're doing a good job. But I make a lot of key mistakes in this fight. I allow them to back up right there, and they're able to soup, when normally what I do is I sprint forward. Right there I get a nice combo on them. But they're doing a good job hotkeying and souping, which is really helping them out a lot. I'm trying to be careful from that big lava pool right there, because you don't want to fall in that. They start to run away, and I think they're weak, but what they're actually doing is queuing bowls. And what they do is, as I'm hitting them from behind, they actually refill their entire hotbar, I presume. And I only have half a hotbar, so when I go to fix my stews, they're hitting me. But with only the small amount of stews I have left, we'll actually have to go one more time, and I actually get down to 1 heart right there, but I quickly soup. And with the soups I have left, I'm able to make them retreat. So I breathe a sigh of relief, eat some food, get my inventory back together, and I charge at them again. And our second confrontation is much different because I hit them first by strafing a little bit. I hit them back into a cactus, and then a spider hits them, and then it only takes one more shot. And the odds were definitely in my favor there. But that was definitely my best fight of the game. Props to that guy. So we're continuing on, and the feast is going to be announced in just 1 minute. My compass points towards Aaron, but I decide that I'm not going to go for him. I always want to be the first person to the feast so I can kind of claim it and defend it from anyone who might come. So I go over to the platform. I don't have to log because it seems to be completely there and generated. There's not much I can really do at this point except just spam my compass, and it's a good thing that I did spam my compass because my compass changed to someone named Bastian, who is a turtle just like me who is teaming with a Poseidon. And here's the big mistake that I make. Right here I see he's in the water and I fall off the edge, and so now it's a team of 2. One of them has strength 2 and they're hitting me against a wall, but I'm able to soup and back up. I don't hold shift right there, so I take normal fall damage, and I can't shift click my bowls because I have a stack. So I'm sort of really freaking out, and then he dumps lava on me, even though we're already in a 2v1. Right there, I am able to clumsily get some bowls out of my hotbar, and right here, this guy falls into his own lava, and I'm able to hit him. And watch the chat carefully what happens after this lag spike. He logs out of the game, which is considered combat logging. And because of the new plugin, when he goes to log back in, look what happens. He's disqualified. He was already in a 2v1, and he logged, and he had to pay the price. So now I just have to fight the Poseidon. I eat some bread, and he comes onto the platform, and what do? I decide just to spam snowballs and to get him off the platform, because the feast is going to start in just 30 seconds. And right as I'm redoing my soups to fill my inventory, there's a new guy who comes, who's just missing his boots. He gets a few first good hits on me, but then once I start to charge forward, I hit him a lot of times, and right there I finish him off. He was a Thor, but he never tried to Thor me. So now the chests spawn, and right when the Poseidon gets out of the water is when I take advantage. He backs up, and I keep hitting him, and my last hit there forces him off the platform. I run back to a guy who just has an iron helmet, and he dies in just 3 shots. And if you watch the chat, the Poseidon decides to call me a hacker, which I guess is a compliment, and he comes at me without being in water, which makes things a lot more easier for me, because right here I finish him off. And so now there's only 2 people left besides me, and I can loot the feast with a little bit of security. I go through, get the steak, get the bow and arrow as always, enchant all my stuff, and doing pretty well, almost full diamond. And right when I'm about to explode the feast, look what happens. This girl just walks right in like, hello, I'm going to go into the feast too, but I say, no, you don't. And within about 5 shots, they are dead. So I ignite the TNT, the feast explodes in all of its glory. I make a new helmet because my iron helmet was almost completely gone. And I go to find the next guy who is actually really close. And instead of just fighting him normally, I decide to use just my bow. And it's funny because he has a bow too. And so we're having an epic bow battle back and forth. And right when he gets by this tree, it just takes one more shot right there and he dies. And that is the end of the game, folks, with Turtle. 22 kills, which is actually a personal best for me. It's funny that Turtle would be the kit that I would get that record with, but I used the kit offensively and it really worked out well for me. And that is the end of the commentary. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here is the stats page also. You can see 22 kills. I was very proud of this game. Thank you guys again for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you would like to, and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.